Hi everyone, it's Suzanne here. Thanks for joining me today. I have a really cute project. This is the gifts that I'm giving to my customers who shop with me for the month of January. And it's a little easel calendar card thingy. Construction is pretty simple. Really enjoyed the idea of having these little mini calendars with the horrendously yellow notepad. I was hoping that I could find in my dollar store a white one, but I was unfortunate. So I'm going to make all of these with using the DSP in color paper stack, because I have a lot of them and I really like the pretty flowers, and I thought it went really well with the embellishments. So I'm going to show you how to make it. So first of all, I went to the dollar store and I had found a whole bunch of these like little tiny calendars, and they were actually with notepads, and I needed the notepads, and then I sort of just ripped these off, and they had like 4 of each. So I want to show you how many I have. Like, those are all calendars, one little bunch. So crazy. So I'm going to be making lots of these. Maybe I'll make them for my coworkers. At first, I wanted to take my paper piercing tool and I want to put them all together. So I have teeny tiny little brads. Those little, I think they're called mini brads. And we're poking them through. And then I'm going to take, on my last day here, on the last month, I'm going to cover those mini brads with some tear and tape. And so that part is done. So all we need to do is affix certain things. So this is the mat for the calendar, and the mat for the calendar. So this measures 3 1/4 by 2 1/2, and then this is 3 1/2 by 2 3/4. And just using a little bit of snail. And this is shimmery white cardstock. I quite liked the contrast. And it just adds a little something something. So that's the mat for the calendar. So I'm going to affix that straight away. Yeah, I lucked out on the calendars. So you're just going to have to check your dollar store and make sure that it is, see if you have any, or if you come across them, that's something that you know, in the future to grab for these ideas, for this kind of a construction. All right, so just dimensional adhesive. Try to keep it inside your project. I think that's enough. Okay, so there's the calendar ready to go. Now we are going to require 2 more pieces of cardstock. This is shimmery white. So this will be here and here. So they're both the same size, which is 5 1/4 by 4 and 5 3 3/4. So easy. So as you see here, I played around a little bit with my corner round, or my curvy corner trail punch. So I think that I'll do the same on this one. And I did all 4 of the corners just of the designer series paper. So all right, so now we just have to affix these. So one of these is going to be put on a card front. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we are just going to put one of the card bases, or card fronts, I should say, to that card base. So if you like adhesive and you like gluing and sticking things together, this is the project for you. Okie dokie. So we need the easel part of our card, and it is 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to we score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And basically what we're going to do is a little, so it's basically just a card front, and it's measured and folded in half, right? So on this part, on the flat part, is where we're going to put this one. And we're only going to put adhesive on this part. And put a lot on. I just have snail out right now, but I'm doubling up. So I'm going to put this card front, and I'm actually going to sort of, without having the adhesive touch, because I'm notorious about getting things crooked. So I'm going to sort of use my table and my fingers to guide me, and before things even get stuck down, then I'm going to stick it down. So I have easy. So there's our easel. Who knew it was that simple? Okay. And then I'm just going to affix my calendar part. I don't like it straight in the center. I don't know why. It has to be up a little bit for my liking. So I just got these sticky notes from the dollar store. You get 3 in a bunch. And and they cost me $1, a Canadian dollar. So like that's $1.70 in American. Oh, our economy right now. Okay, so yeah, you saw me. I just took off the back. I want this to be replaceable, so if people actually do use this, they can just rip off the last one and maybe apply another. And that's what's going to hold that easel up. But it's also, we can fold it down flat to mail it. Cute, hey? So a little bit more of my shimmery white cardstock. And I did 3 petite petal punch, and I did 2 of the itty bitty accent flower. I don't even know, itty bitty something. And I did 2 of those. So I'm going to bring out my little paper piercing mat. And people have asked me where I got this, and again, it was at the dollar store, and I just sort of cut it down to make it a usable size on my desk, because I have no room. So I'm going to take some glue dots. Oops. I think when I get to the other colors, I might have to think of a slightly different design, or maybe I will stick with the white flowers. I think actually it would look quite stunning with the mint macaron. I quite like this tip top taupe though. And then I just use pearls to embellish the flowers. So the teeny weeny ones go in the itty bitty fleur. And then I used a smaller one. And then I used 2 big ones. You have to fluff up. So any of you customers out there, if you get this in the mail, my flowers will probably have lost a little bit of dimension. Do me a favor and fluff them up before you put them on your desk. And I hope you do use them. So there we go, easel card for my customers for the month of January. And also a little extra something something too. So hope you enjoyed this project, and I will see you next time. Bye.